Need a drop.
Can I get a drop? Can I get a drop?
Need a drop.
Need a drop.
Can I get a drop? Fight!
Yo? Yeah. Alright. Well.
Enemy spotted.
Pushing the wrong keys. I was wondering why my guy wasn't moving forward. Hell no. Hit me with
Why is no one peeking with me?
Last player standing. Oh. 30 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
sure kick.
10 seconds left. Clutch. You should stop trying.
Damn, that was impressive. Mexico in the house.
I trust Moses.
Can I get a drop?
I need a drop. Need a drop. Yo, Doc, keep us stocked up. Enemy spotted.
Healing.
Sit down.
He saved me. No.
No charges.
Pathetic. One enemy remaining.
Do not fight.
Come on, stop playing. Easy dumb shot. You gonna hit me with the Marshall? Stop it.
If you've never seen a massacre, this is
Can I
what
get a
it
drop?
looks like.
I need a
Thanks.
drop.
Can I get a drop?
Turn the game volume down a little bit. That joint a little loud.
Need a drop.
Someone buy me Ghost right now.
Keep them cornered. Thanks.
Enemy spotted.
About to fuck these dudes up and be, I promise I am.
Come on, let's go.
Return to dust.
One enemy remaining.
Knew it. Called it. Where's the other guy at? Is he over here too? Oh, he ain't that dude. He ain't stupid. Oh, he's back here.
Joke's over. You're dead.
Spike carriers down.
Oh my god, he got me. Yep. Nice. I'll take it.
Hey, I like this game.
Hey, what's that in there?
I need a drop.
Need a drop.
Someone bring me ghost!
Tear them down.
Thank you.
Cheers. Enemy spotted.
Got your stupid ass. Oh. Damn.
No charges left.
Shit, we left this fight. Whoops. I guess I'll go back and get that.
One enemy remaining.
Guess we don't really need it. He's right there watching it though. Was not expecting that one.
Last player standing.
Yeah, probably on your right.
Revealing area.
30 seconds left. Clutch.
That was terrible.
Need a drop.
Thank you.
Need a drop.
Someone bring me ghost.
Keep their heart. Thanks.
Hey, thank you.
Enemy spotted. Go spike.
Get out of my way! Enemy
Oh,
removed.
playing with me. Wall bang D.
Our spike is down.
Stop playing with me. Sound like somebody's on B, but I don't know. It could have just been Rays.
Last player standing.
Hit him 4 times! Hit him for 132. He's really weak. He's probably healing up now. Shoot. You got him. You could probably wall bang him for real. Shoot. Just shoot. Oh, man.
Oh, no.
I hit him for 132. You said to land one more shot. Ah, man.
Need a drop.
132. You said to land one more shot.
Need a drop.
If you're going to buy a light machine gun, you might as well let it fly. You got 100 bullets in that thing. Come on now. You got 100 bullets.
got you, bro.
Just shoot that bitch. Got all them bullets.
Spike carrier's down.
Joke's over. You're dead.
You fought well.
Last player
God
standing.
damn, I know I was going to kill from behind.
I am the hunter.
Got him. Damn, dude, calm down. It's not that serious. Chill.
Need a drop.
Can I get a drop?
Need a drop. Need a drop. Can I get a drop? Let's go. They will come.
One enemy remaining.
Your duty is not over. So what I miss?
Shit on retard.
Chill.
See? You're stubborn. Deal break.
12, 13, 6, 17. Leading the team.
Need a drop.
Thank you.
Anyone need anything?
Don't hold back.
Enemy spotted. Here comes the fight!
Obliterated!
Dummies. These guys are literally retarded.
One enemy remaining.
Still here a
Nice.
little.
Match point.
We win this battle.
Match
We win this
point.
war. Let's do it.
Need a drop.
Thank you.
Need a drop.
Take everything.
Gun here.
Enemy spotted. Enemy spotted.
Down. Enemy spotted.
Last player standing.
Rest.
One enemy remaining.
Chill.
30 seconds left. Ten seconds left.
I have the spike.
Gotta go in. Chill!
Hackers
This is what I trained for.
Chill!
Chill.
Mend what we have broken.
Chill! Chill!
That was a nice game. I'll take that. I'll take that. Way to get started for the first game of the stream. Playing against some lower level players, obviously, but it's alright. Made the most of it.
Match found.
I am both shield and sword.
They fear death. They should fear so much more than that.
Does my microphone work?
Works very well.
Thank you. Hi. This is my first time playing this character, so I'm probably gonna suck.
It's okay, it's unrated.
I see someone. Enemy spotted.
Gonna be an A.
Enemy spotted.
They're pushing up A already.
There.
Healing you.
Enemy spotted. Hot shot. Spike here.
One enemy remaining.
Enemy spotted.
I will take back what is mine.
Good job, boys.
Carry me, daddy.
Enemy spotted.
One enemy remaining. Flawless.
Wow.
Oh, that was fun.
Gun here.
Gun here.
Yeah, if you want to set up traps there on B, like Cypher should be able to like solo hold B.
Oh, sweet.
I am everywhere.
They're on 1B, I think.
There.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Oops, forgot I had my mic on mute.
Spike planted.
Daddy, headshot.
Nice.
Yes, daddy.
I gotta chill.
We crash against our wall.
I think it'd be.
It was mid link.
I see the spike. Spike here.
Cool. Should be better than-
to my world.
What? She did not snipe me. I guess she did snipe me once. I'm about to say, no, she didn't double snipe me.
Spike planted.
Headshot.
Smoke's down.
Enemy spotted.
Last player standing.
Still got it.
One enemy remaining.
Wow.
This guy's a beast.
So calm.
Nice.
Clutch.
Some things you
Kills me.
just
He
can't
keeps spamming
teach.
the box. He just kills me if he just keeps spamming the box.
I need this.
Thank you.
So, if somebody sets off the tripwire, does it notify me on my map?
Yeah. It'll also say tripwire is destroyed. Your cipher will say it.
Cool.
And it'll turn red when they trip it.
They don't have a
Same with your
chance.
cages. If they walk in your cage, it becomes red, but you can walk with it inside it without it changing color.
So that way you can kind of know like when to shoot the.
Yeah.
That's cool. Handy.
They're grabbing the orb in B main. They're walking into B main.
Enemy spotted. On the money. Enemy spotted.
Bub, you got it.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
Enemy spotted.
Hardest kid.
The spike is diffused.
Hard.
Sad fools standing in our way.
Watch them falter.
Hard. Hardest carry.
They're probably mid or A main.
All right, maybe this should be better. I don't know.
Brim's
Working on
mid.
my mic settings. So I shot him 3 times in the head and he didn't die. Got it. Cool.
That's so cool.
You can shoot them through the wall when that happens.
I see someone.
Nice.
You're nasty.
Right between the eyes.
Snapping out here.
Last player standing. 30 seconds left.
Try.
One
Down
enemy
you go.
remaining.
Here comes
Ooh, easy.
Clutch.
That's why they put me in charge.
Nice. And then got the dragon.
Yeah, he's a pretty strong hold though. Like, it's not bad.
Are you like the Valorant rank?
What?
I think he's Valorant or Radiant.
I don't know.
Gotta be.
It's the only way.
What?
No, he's my daddy. He is.
Here.
Mid. Oh my god, there's 3 of them.
Are they still on mid?
Yeah, 3 of them. Yeah, you could probably get one of them.
Enemy down.
Nice.
Prepare for hellfire.
Oh, that's a sick gun.
They're planting B.
Spike planted.
I gotta watch this other guy 'cause he's good. And he got the dragon joint. Ooh. Oh, you messed up now, buddy. Should have hit him in the head. Now he's killing you for sure.
One enemy remaining.
They called it.
Defuse it.
Last player standing. Clutch.
Dang, why didn't you just finish defusing it?
Brimstonezinho. You sure I can't
That was
listen
weird.
to music? You're really bringing me down here, man.
Alright, it's time for me to get some kills. So I'm looking kind of trash right now.
Cypher, when you ult, it
This
just
ain't
shows
what they
everyone
signed
where
up
their
for.
everyone's location is.
Okay, sweet. You have to do it on a dead body though, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that has to be after 15 seconds after.
Why is that smoke just floating in the air?
So like it's too late.
Annihilated.
Push it in B.
Man, the freaking Omen would have had my back a second earlier. How am I not getting no kills this game? And I just had like 25 kills last game. Crazy.
Okay.
Larry peeked through the window.
Welcome to my world.
I see someone. I see the spike.
One enemy remaining.
Finessed him. Boom. 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 Oh, I didn't get him.
Oh boy, that's
Ooh. No, you won't do it. You won't do it.
30 seconds left.
Oh, nice.
Quiet as a mouse.
What do they
He's a
think this is?
savage for that.
Backyard scrimmage?
Toxic.
I need
say. Come on, son.
Sage.
I got my stupid ass. Thought I was gonna try to do some sneaky shit. That did not work.
No one saw that.
Yep.
Kill.
It's all part of the plan.
Go get him. Next.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, pocket guy. I see you.
30 seconds left.
Standing.
This dude is 18-1. He is snapping. Oh my gosh.
Here.
This is fun.
Together.
Enemy down.
Yeah, that's right, bitch. I'm coming for your stupid ass.
Whoa.
Oh shit! I was not expecting him to be right there, though. Mid link.
One enemy remaining.
Dude, you're insane.
Container on spawn. Damn.
So tough after all.
Okay.
Forward.
She hit that bitch already.
Player
Damn, what the fuck?
Clutch.
Shot her
You
3
win
times.
these. I've never seen you lose these.
Oh yeah, Clutch City.
Ooh, good try.
Nice shot.
Last round before the switch.
We cannot keep our goods after this. Spend all.
Not really, that's broke.
Request the weapon, Sage. I can buy you.
Can someone get this? Thank you.
Thank you.
Open up the sky. Gotcha.
Left side. Oh, you got. Oh, no, you got him. No, you got him.
Who trained you?
One enemy remaining. Flawless.
Now that was a work of art.
Switching sides.
Fun. I'm having a blast. Together.
Please. I see someone. Foolish.
One more.
Enemy
Left.
spotted. Headshot.
Women's TP on the right.
Enemy spotted.
One enemy remaining.
Spike planted.
A long. Hit him 60.
Bagged and tagged.
Continue on our path. It is righteous. As one.
Hell nah, you ain't just snap my head off like that.
Our spike carrier is killed.
How did it say I shot a Sage for 111? How did I shoot Sage?
Deleted.
I don't know why I said a Sage like this.
No, we don't bomb.
This ain't Apex. You don't got bomb. No,
Trolling.
don't. Toxic. I did not know you could open the door back up.
Enemy spotted.
Last player standing.
Let's go B.
Sage, can I get a heal?
For you.
Thank you.
Enemy spotted. Eagle-eyed.
Prepare for hellfire!
Enemy removed.
Got the spike.
Last player standing.
Sage's walls are coming down.
We take mid and go to A.
watch heaven.
Shadows traveling.
I'm having.
Oh, somebody's probably coming
Viper's
from up
wine
there.
cellar.
Last player standing.
I told you, watch up there.
Give me a moment. I need to set back up.
Enemy spotted.
Stand down.
Spike planted.
Heaven.
Opponent killed.
Nice. Still heaven. Trees as well, I think.
One enemy remaining.
Tragic night.
Nice.
Match point.
One last fight, everyone. We can do it.
You know what to do.
Enemy spotted.
Out of here.
Got the spike.
There's one on site. One mid.
Last player standing.
Put them to sleep.
I need to blow something up. Enemy spotted. I see someone.
Sage, you there? I'm gonna go B.
Not ready? Here I'm back.
Enemy down.
For you.
Where is everyone hiding?
Our spike is down.
player standing. 30 seconds left.
Let's close up shop. I have things to do.
Here.
Light him up.
Our spike is down.
Enemy spotted.
Last player standing.
Eliminated. You will not kill my allies!
You've earned this win. Let's make it official.
Welcome to my...
You got it. On the money.
I see multiple enemies.
My carrier's down.
Got the spike.
One enemy remaining.
I'm trash for that one.
The hunt begins.
Horrible. Let him kill me. Horrible.
Last player standing.
Yeah. Thought that was all she wrote. For sure. Caught him riding dirty.
Clutch.
Usher them towards their eternal rest.
Excuse me. Supposed to be.
Let's go A. Don't go mid, don't go mid. He's not.
War rate, no charges. Your duty
That was
is not
resurrecting.
over.
Nice, nice.
Prepare for hellfire.
Get out of there. I hit Bram a few times. He should be kind of weak.
I see someone.
30 seconds left.
Spike planted.
Heaven.
Last player standing.
Good shot. We really lost the last 5 rounds. That is dude got 29 kills and 14 deaths. Dude, and our team got 30. 11.
See anything, Cypher?
Here.
Last player standing.
Fuck.
That Brimstone's a stubborn ass.
Jeez, our attack is this bad? We can't do nothing on attack. That's crazy.
Let's make our dance.
Spike planted.
Ooh. Nice shot.
One enemy remaining.
I could see you hide. Don't worry.
Attackers win.
Rounds 1, 13. Where'd I go? 10 and 19. That ain't too bad.
Say hello to the world again during Mazda's Rediscover the Road event. We have more IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus models than any other car maker.
Philly shaking it up, and Joel Embiid is with it, following Coach Brett Brown's announcement that he's been playing Ben Simmons exclusively at power forward during the bubble practices. Embiid expressed his approval yesterday.
I think it's going to be great. Since I've been here, since he got here, I feel like we've had a great partnership, and we only going to get better. And I feel like this role is actually going to be even better than being the starting point guard, because he's so great defensively and offensively. When he has a chance, he's probably one of the fastest guys in the league. So just getting a rebound and just pushing in transition and finding shooters, and then in half court play, we can use him in a lot of ways, pick and roll or out of the post.
And Ben Simmons would just basically patrol and just venture around the front court area and do his damage on that level, because obviously being 6'10" with this exceptionally long wingspan, his athleticism, passing ability, basketball
Saquon's rookie year. Now, in terms of blocking and all the other things you want a running back to do, yeah, Zeke is more experienced. He was ahead of Saquon. But now this is Saquon's third year. I feel very comfortable predicting that this upcoming season, Saquon Barkley will be much more productive than Ezekiel Elliott because he is a better player. Bigger, faster, stronger, more elusive, and more productive when healthy.
When I use loops,
as you look at the rest of them, the one that got a lot of attention yesterday on Twitter and elsewhere, and certainly for me, is Deshaun Watson, with a rating of 86, all the way down there. And if you don't think he was paying attention, you're wrong. He responded to this as well. Let me show you what he put up on Twitter. This is from Deshaun. See there, like the laughing and the crying and the face plant, and he knows that there's something ridiculous about the fact that he is rated where he is. So there's a lot to talk about with Deshaun Watson. And I want to start with Adam Schefter, because he is in the same year, if you will, relative to his contract that Patrick Mahomes is. And Mahomes is a 10-year extension. Where are we with Watson as far as some sort of contract extension with Houston?
Greeny, there have been conversations, but I don't expect Deshaun Watson to sign a 10-year deal anytime soon, if ever at all. Now, he'd like to get a deal worked out. They continue to have discussions, and at some point, I think the Houston Texans absolutely will reward Deshaun Jackson with a lucrative deal. And now that Mahomes has gone first, frankly, the bar has been set. I think Watson will try to meet or even surpass the deal that Mahomes got and presented in a different way. It'll be a completely different type of deal because Watson's not going to do a 10-year deal. It'll be a shorter deal. And again, those two sides have been talking. They continue to talk. And at some point, Houston's going to reward Deshaun Watson because it has to reward Deshaun Watson because he's one of the best young talents in the game. But no deal just yet.
Okay, so let me bring the rest of the crew back in on the conversation at that point, because when I saw that yesterday and I saw Deshaun's tweet, and I recognize that I sort of bang this drum all the time up here, but it is my belief, and the yesterday is just further proof, I think Deshaun Watson might be the most underappreciated, brilliant player in sports today. I think he gets less credit for what he does than almost any other player in not only in football, but in any sport today. So Dan, as my quarterback guru, I ask you, do you believe Deshaun Watson is underrated?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if Deshaun Watson was drafted to the Kansas City Chiefs like Patrick Mahomes was, and don't take this lightly, we would be talking about Deshaun Watson in the same type of breath that we talk about Patrick Mahomes. And everybody knows how much I love Patrick Mahomes and how great I think he is. Deshaun Watson is that good. He would be in the same conversation. I would say this, Greeny, there's probably only two quarterbacks, just talent-wise in the NFL, that I would take easily over Deshaun. And that's Patrick Mahomes and Russell Wilson. Deshaun Watson, just as a player individually, would be the third quarterback that I would take. He's that remarkable. Just go back to last year's playoff game. Go watch that play he makes against the Buffalo Bills at the end of the game when he gets that the sandwich off those two guys on the edge and basically is down and somehow gets the ball out to win the football. I mean, he's a absolutely remarkable talent. He can beat you three ways. He can beat you with his arm, he could beat you with his legs, and then he could beat you with his brains. There's not a lot of guys in the NFL that if Patrick Mahomes or if Deshaun Watson was in Kansas City, we'd be talking about him in the same breath that we talk about Patrick Mahomes.
Yes, I agree with that, Lewis. I've made that point before. And whether he is actually as good as Mahomes, who we all agree might be the most talented player ever, here's what I will say. They'd win just as much. I don't know if it would look exactly the same, but I believe that if Deshaun Watson was there, I don't think there would be any drop-off in their winning. That's the way I view it, Lewis. What do you, as you watch Deshaun Watson, what do you see?
Yeah, and I agree with you. I agree with you in the sense that there wouldn't be any drop in their winning, and that's because of the differentiator here, and that is the coaching staff, the surroundings. Because what you see, look, Andy would morph. He would change the kind of things that he asked Deshaun to do or that he allows Deshaun to do based upon what he does best. And see, that is really what takes quarterbacks from being good to great to icons. to becoming icon, to really achieving icon status. It's about your surroundings, and you can't control that. You can't control that as the quarterback. You can only do what you can do in the realm of controlling your own performance. And that's what Deshaun is a victim of right now. He has everything at his disposal from a personal character trait, perspective. He has size, he has speed, he has arm strength, he has cognitive ability, he has football smarts, he has football character on and off the field. He has all that stuff. What he doesn't have is the same kind of surroundings that Pat has. And that's why Pat right now just posted a picture of him on Instagram on the cover of GQ magazine. Okay, that's why Pat is achieving icon status, is because of his surroundings. And Deshaun hasn't benefited from that to this point. But if he was in that kind of situation, there's no question, Greeny, they would morph the offense to what he does best, and he would be the one who is on the cover of GQ, and he's the one who would be getting a 99 rating, and he's the one who we would be talking about the way we talk about Pat. I do believe that. I agree with you.
The Madden rating is incomprehensible to me. Go ahead, Marcus.
Yeah.
Gee, that's why I love both of these guys. They damn good at their job. Dan say some crazy stuff sometimes, but I love him like a brother. And Lou is always on point and always giving us the real from the front office perspective. That's the bottom line. Like when Deshaun Watson got that damn 86 rating on that Madden game, put Bill O'Brien's face next to him, because Deshaun probably at 92 and there's some negativity coming from Bill O'Brien's face. They just traded away one of the top 3 receivers in the NFL to take him away from a franchise quarterback. They also made a move to get David Johnson there to pay him more money. And look at the opposite. Look what Arizona just did for Kyler Murray as opposed to what the Texans just did for Deshaun Watson. They need to put Bill O'Brien damn face up there if they're going to rate the man 86, because Deshaun Watson a 94, 95 in my book.
I completely agree. Okay, we have a unanimous decision on Deshaun Watson, and I couldn't be more delighted. Meanwhile, there's some other numbers I want to show you guys. And Lewis, as our evaluator, I'd like you to break them down. These were the highest Madden ratings for our stars today. Marcus had an 83 rating in 2007. Dan Orlovsky a 73 rating in 07, 08, and 09. Okay. Lewis, in your assessment, do those seem about right?
Yeah, you know what? See, I remember Big Marcus. I remember scouting Big Marcus. So I know what Marcus's pluses and minuses were down there at the Cowboys. You know what I mean? But you know what? Forget the ratings part. The fact of the matter is this. You can get one of those old game consoles and play yourself on a game. That's pretty cool.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.
Say hello to the world again during Mazda's Rediscover the Road event. We have more IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus models than any other car maker.
Match found.
This is like saying the key on the Lakers with Kobe and Powell was Powell, or the Bulls with Scottie Pippen. You can always take the best player for granted and then say, but if his second banana or his 1A or 1B guy doesn't perform, then they don't have a shot. Sure, of course, right? But my point about Harden is you can't take your best player for granted on the Rockets because he's not always your best player when you need him to be most. In fact, he rarely is. He is more often in the highest leverage moments not the guy he's supposed to be. And
so
that's why the most important player
Phoenix
is
good.
Stephen A. Russell Westbrook's basically their five. He's their paint presence. The fact that he doesn't post up, that he gets there off the dribble, whatever.
That's
this is modern or postmodern basketball. And he is incredibly important, and he's a great player. He's my favorite player to watch because of the unbridled aggression. I agree with you. I don't think Westbrook's selfish, just like I don't think Harden's selfish. I think they both score a lot when their team needs them to, and they're willing to make adjustments as is needed. So hats off to both guys. But if Harden hits the big shots, they're going to win. And if he doesn't, they're going to lose no matter what Westbrook does. Harden has to be their best player when is needed most. He has not done that yet in his career. It will be the crowning achievement in his career, and it will elevate him from great contemporary player to all-time great. He has not done that yet. He has to if they want to win.
Well, I've already explained the fact that Harden is a scoring machine, and Harden is going to do Harden. The flip side to it is that because there is no Clint Capella and because you've transitioned, you've gone the route of small ball. So as a result, Westbrook is your everything in Mike D'Antoni's system right now, aside from giving Harden the ball to put the ball in the hole. Wet is looking at Westbrook for everything else. There's no comparison.
Is not ready.
Kyle Gasol and Kobe Bryant.
I think they're going to be paranoid.
So why are we saying that? Because Powell depended on Kobe a lot to get him the basketball. The system that Phil Jackson was running, the triangle, along with Kobe Bryant willing to use that facility. James Harden doesn't need Russell Westbrook to do that, but he needs Russell Westbrook to do that for everybody else as well. So it's a little bit different. Even though Russell Westbrook scores, he's not quite as aggressive as he is with scoring the basketball. He's not quite as ball dominant, believe it or not. I'm saying that as Kobe was. Kobe, I mean, there were times you came down the court, you weren't looking for nobody. You knew you weren't getting the damn basketball. And that's not the case with Russell Westbrook.
Come on, guys, take out the healer.
Okay.
It's super
I would say Russell Westbrook's not as ball dominant because Harden is. They're both very important in micro ball. Westbrook is certainly very important. His attacking is important. All of that. But the Celtics went as Larry Bird went, no matter how great Kevin McHale was. You know, and it's not really about what position they play per se. It's really about who's the best player, and will they still be the best player when you need them to be most? That's really what this is about. Westbrook, by the way, was the ball-dominant guy on a team with a prime Kevin Durant. Right? And the ball was in Westbrook's hands. But was that team more... Would you say, in order to win a championship, the most important player back then was Westbrook or Durant? It was Durant then, it's Harden now.
But it was also Durant because Durant wasn't nearly as aggressive as he should have been compared to James Harden. You got to remember, Kevin Durant was
last player standing.
Who will always be lethal, and he's incredibly efficient. So he's going to get his in his sleep. James Harden has an entirely different mentality, so I don't think that's an appropriate comparison. And I'll end it by simply asking you this question, albeit somewhat rhetorical. It's a very simple question. James Harden being the way that he is, even if he was that way, the way you describe, and I don't consider it a choke job the way that you do, but if James Harden wasn't the same in the postseason as he was in the regular season, but Russell Westbrook is the significant upgrade to Chris Paul that Tillman Fertitta and Daryl Morey and Mike D'Antoni expected him to be, where do you think that puts Houston?
That puts Houston short of the championship. I think even then short of the championship.
How's it short?
If Harden doesn't perform...
Wait a minute. You said... Hold on. You said that if Chris Paul hadn't gotten hurt, even with James Harden being James Harden at that time, you said Houston still would have won the championship. So why is it that now I gave you the comparison? What if Russell Westbrook ends up being a significant upgrade to what they got from Chris Paul? How is that suddenly not enough to win a chip when it would have been enough in your eyes to beat Golden State with Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, and Steph Curry out?
It was shocking to me that down Chris Paul, Houston still was in a position to win that game. That's something I didn't
how'd she flick that?
Nevertheless,
how the hell do you flick that fast?
Failed to hit the shots. Had he hit the shots, they'd have won the championship. As for Westbrook, is he an improvement over the version of Chris Paul that the Rockets have had, especially recently? Yes. In the second half of what's been the season so far, Westbrook has been that improvement, but Stephen A. still can't shoot. And the way he gets his points in the paint, but he still can't really stay outside. And the way you're going to compensate for being the inferiorly talented team, which Houston is compared to the LA team, is by bombing from three. I don't think it's going to be by scoring in the paint.
Thank Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.
Together.
I think we like to share music because it brings us together. It's something that makes us think and think about each other. I don't remember that one.
Looks like it's B, yeah.
Rocket star Russell Westbrook has tested positive for COVID-19, announcing his diagnosis Monday on social media. Prior to traveling to the bubble for the NBA restart, Mike D'Antoni said Monday that he's confident there will be plenty of time to get Russ ready and back with the team. Stephen A. Smith.
You will not kill my allies.
The NBA might not finish the season.
Well, I'm concerned, but it's not because of the bubble. It's because of the government.
The hell is he?
And how loosey-goosey they've been with this. Max has lamented
Last player standing.
over the last several weeks as we've seen the numbers spike considerably. You got in excess of 35 states whose numbers have spiked, and Florida's near the top of the list. Of course, California are definitely in the mix as well as other states. But the bottom line is Florida, with its governor DeSantis, has, you know, I don't think anybody can deny that they've been negligent in all of this. The fact is, they've opened, they shut down things a little bit too late. They opened things up considerably too soon. And considering that the numbers are what they are, but you've got a state talking about how we're going to push to get kids back in school, for crying out loud, scheduled for next month, if I remember correctly, then that just seems kind of crazy, because you've got to wonder how that's going to impact things. I think once you're in the bubble, you're pretty safe unless guys violate it, which some have, although they tried to say accidentally. The bottom line is, I told y'all that bubble wasn't going to be honored by everybody, and we all knew that it was going to go down that way. That's certainly not the case with Russell Westbrook. I mean, I don't know whether he's in Houston or LA. For both situations,